Yeah, one thing that I get into when I go on the streets and I talk with the young blacks, because my heart is with the young blacks.
Mm-hmm.
Today, a lot of the young blacks are so out there. I got a young lady that I taught when I was driving for U-Haul. I taught her how to drive, and I drove her out for a couple of days. She learned how to drive, and I talked with her, and I found out she really she said, Mr. Larry, she said, I'm in school to become a nurse. She said, and I'm so turned off by young black men. She said, I can't walk. She said, if I wanted to just have a man, they are all over the place. She said, and she said, I'm just turned off by him just like that. And at first I thought she might have been hitting on me because I'm an older dude, because she kept saying young guys. And I said, well, listen, what you need to do is decide what you want. She said, well, I want to be a nurse. I said, well, then you know what you got to do. Well, you got to keep yourself clean. You got to keep yourself pure and walk that. I said, because you know what you got to do. You got to look at the young women that didn't. You got to look at the older women that didn't, and you see where they're at and say, I don't want to be there. And you got to learn it. And she said, well, what is the problem with the young blacks? I said, most of them is angry. Uh, there was a story that was told to me about an elephant plantation in Africa, where they moved these elephants to this game, this park, and they moved all the young elephants because the older elephants sort of died. And these young elephants, they brought them on this property, and these guys was like all out of control. They would attack this stuff. They did not know their limits, and what it said was, because the older elephants wasn't around them, they just was out of control. And it dawned on me a lot. It's something not to have a father, and it's something not to have a mother that really have a father, have any kind of direction, because what you got in the black community today is a vicious circle of fatherless homes, mothers that's out of control themselves. They was fatherless, and now they have kids and they are fatherless, and they don't know how to control it. So what has happened? We have got a community that's out of control. We have a community today in the black community that's out of control, and there's a big factor in the spiritual walk there. There's something missing that they don't get. You see, I don't believe that we were, as people, was freed from Africa by anything we done. If you check history, you'll find we didn't do anything except pray. It's something about slavery, it kind of humbles you. And the Word of God speaks about praying, the prayers of a humble man, the prayers of a righteous man. And I think the call out to God by these old brothers and sisters eventually caused even the white man to fight against the white man to free the slave. And to me, we got to look at it that way and say, wow, God did all this for us. So what are we going to do for God now? And we need to take the word back, the gospel, the true gospel, back to the black community. Margaret Singh, I think in 1929, made a decision. She looked at all the blacks that had came out of slavery. She looked at all the stuff, and she said, as a white supremacist, which she was, that we got to do something about this. And she started something called Planned Parenthood that exists today. And the goal was what? It wasn't for white people. The goal was for controlling the growth of the black community, for her fear that one day the black race will rise above the white race and enslave them. And so now what we got is a lot of what you call stuff out of control. You may say, well, what that got to do with the black single kids? It's because with that, we latched on to something that was sold to the black community, the black ministers, the black pastors. The Democratic Party brought it to us, and they still doing it today, and we embrace that. You cannot embrace the devil and get God. And what they had done has brought us so far away from God. And those brothers and sisters that was in slavery that prayed for freedom and got freedom, now we are looking for another direction. We are looking for Allah. We're looking for Islam. We're looking for a black God. And the reality of it, that's not going to happen. There wasn't a black God that freed us. Mm-hmm. But even through all that, even through the simple thing of being free from slavery, we was crying out to God because of the attacks from what's called the Klan and the racism. We was calling out to God, and what did God do? He brought a man into our lives named Dr. Martin Luther King, who didn't care about but anything, taking the American blacks and putting him within the American movement to make us 100% American. We got that. Because of that, that was a bill signed that we're even. We're equal. There's no rights that the white man have that I don't have. So what's the problem? The problem is something still missing. You see, you can never appreciate nothing if you're not grateful for it. We got to stop and thank God. Thank God that, man, I live in the greatest nation in the world. I have the opportunity to be either the richest, the poorest, but that's my decision. That's something to be thankful for. But we're not thankful. We're mad. And so we got something now called Black Lives Matter, as if no other lives matter. It's a dangerous thing, a dangerous game we're playing because we're playing with the devil now. And to the black race, the black people, you need to come on back to Christ. You see, we got Malcolm X, we got Elijah Muhammad, we got all these black leaders, we got Al Sharpton, we got Jesse Jackson, but ain't but one to put his life on the line to bring us, and God anointed him to do that. His name was Dr. King. Guess who he was representing? He was representing Jesus Christ. And he's the only one that did it. Oh, we got a lot of them out there trying to be him, but no, that ain't the problem. We missed it if we don't understand. When he said that I have a dream, what was the dream? The dream that one day the sons and daughters of former slaves and the sons and daughters of former slave owners shall work together, walk hand in hand. He was speaking of unity. So this thing about Black Lives Matter, let me tell you where it's going to take us. It's going to take us right back to where we don't want to be. And so it's time that we wake up to the black men and these black pastors that embrace Hillary Clinton. You need to know Hillary Clinton's greatest friend, her greatest admirer, the person she admired the most, was Margaret Sanger. Isn't that amazing? The lady that you embrace, her and her husband and all these liberals, their greatest admirer, her greatest person she admired was the woman that wanted to enslave the black community. It's time we wake up and understand. The Democratic Party, and that's a story for another day, it's not a party anymore. It's not a political party, it's a social movement. And we need to watch that because that's taking us down the wrong road. Something is wrong when the Democratic Party come on out and say, hey, we got to run for us. He's a socialist. So I just want to say right now to the black community, the black rage, you need to aim your rage at the devil and understand that that's your problem. Yeah, I heard an old gospel preacher say something not too long ago. This was doing in the middle of the fights, listening to a country station, and the guy said, the talk is out there about gun control. He said, America, you don't have a gun control. You got a devil control problem. That's your problem, the devil, not the guns. It's not the gun, it's who hands us in. And if that person is connected to the devil or God. But anyway, I want to thank you and move forward on that later, but there's a lot I can say about the black race and the anger. The only way it's going to be stopped is that we embrace the true God of the universe, and his name is Jesus Christ. Thank you.